The Canon EOS RP is the best camera you can buy for under $900. First off, this is better than any DSLR out there. The full frame sensor, although it is 8 years old now, is still the best sensor you can get at $800. This thing packs 26.2 megapixels. I have so much room to crop. I've used this camera for the last 3 years, and this video right now is being recorded with it. It's lightweight, full frame, dual pixel autofocus, perfect for trips. For under $1,000, it has incredible ISO performance. And if you're a portrait or wedding shooter, don't worry, I've used this to film 8 weddings and to photograph 2 weddings just this year. Now here's the thing, you just can't use the 4K on this thing. However, the full frame sensor on this thing makes the 1080p look incredible. And I've used it for so many paid videos, edits, all that. Right now I'm gonna put up a football edit that I just filmed this year using this camera. And although this camera shoots 6 pictures a second, you can get some incredible images of sports. Here are some images that I have taken. This thing's just a great daily camera. It's reliable, comfortable, lightweight, and honestly, the battery life, I get about 2.5 hours when I'm shooting. I can do a full wedding with about 4 batteries on this thing. This thing has the standard Canon mirrorless touchscreen menu. I love the Canon menu. That's one of the reasons I stick with Canon, is because I've used Sony's, Nikon's, Fujifilm. The Canon menu is undefeated. And out of all the brands, I know I'm glazing Canon right now, but the Canon grips, honestly, are the best. This camera's video looks better than the R50 and the R100, and the low light is superior. Honestly, even though this camera does not have IBIS, most of my lenses have an optical image stabilization and works perfectly for me. Here's what that image stabilization looks like if I get up and walk around. I've just got this handheld right here. So I've got the 24mm f1.8 STM lens with the optical stabilization on it. Now I'm gonna turn the optical stabilization off and show you how it looks. Here's what it looks like with the optical stabilization off. You know, shake it a little bit. Just walk around, casual, lightweight setup. I'll throw up a picture of what it looks like when I'm holding this. Super lightweight little tripod grip. I think it looks pretty good. If you're on a budget, this camera's lightweight, so that if you buy a cheaper gimbal that can't hold as much weight, it works perfectly. I just throw like a 24mm STM prime lens on there, 1.8 aperture or something, or I have the 24mm, the 50mm, or Canon just came out with the 45mm f1.2 for about $470. That would be perfect on a gimbal. I mean, if you're a beginner, it's hard to go wrong with this camera. And I know a lot of videos talk about the dynamic range of this camera, but if you look at some of my sample images, the dynamic range actually isn't terrible. And especially at this price point, you can't really complain. This camera isn't ideal for wildlife photography or like F1, stuff like that. But if you're just shooting a basketball game or a football game, you can get some really, really good images if you pair this with the right lens. Obviously, if you have a higher budget, do not buy this camera. But if you are stretching your budget, just barely scraping together about $800, I would definitely recommend this camera over the R50, the R100, or any other camera in that price range like the ZV-E10. This clears the ZV-E10 any day, because you will hear a lot of people talking about the rolling shutter on this camera, but in 1080p, not one time have I witnessed rolling shutter, and I whip pan this camera all the time. Obviously in the 4K, unusable like I said, so that has some terrible rolling shutter. The 1080-60 in this, which is what I'm filming in right now, you can see at about 1/125 at f1.8. Honestly, it looks great. It looks sharp, looks clear. The tracking on this camera is really, really good. I mean, it's got a little square on my eye right now. I can actually record on my phone what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This square right here. So if you got any more questions, leave them in the comments. I know I didn't cover everything in this video. I wanted to keep it short. And also follow my socials at louis.films on TikTok and Instagram. Thanks for watching.